Good morning, y'all. Today is Monday, and I just want to come up here and say hi to everybody. And we're going to do a few things about me. I did not write this out. I did not think this out. But I just want to say this. Back in May of 2021, this channel had about 17,000 subscribers, right? And I knew all 17,000 of you. I would like to say, if you leave more comments, I will know you. So we had 17,000 subscribers, and now it is October, and we have a little over 31,000 subscribers. My, have we grown. And with growing, I know that a lot of you are just getting to know me. You're new to this journey. Many of you have found us through the Eviction series, which is all of the drama. And let me just say this. We did the Eviction series, and that had a clean start and a clean ending. And then we did the Aftermath series, which I feel like that series is over, but we did not do a clean ending. I would like to think that the day that I met with the insurance adjuster and he gave us the nod of approval that the insurance will be covering the home and that they will be covering rent on top of that, I would like to think that that was the grand finale of the Aftermath series. Now, there's still a few more videos that I want to do. That is the cost of eviction, because I know a lot of you have been curious about how much does an eviction cost, or more specifically, how much did things cost me. So I do want to put that together for you all. I actually did write it all out. I just haven't sat down to make the video. Maybe we'll do that today. I also want to do how to file for an eviction, because I did do it myself and I navigated the court systems on my own. And I know that not just every state, y'all, but every city, every county is different. So I would like to go over what I know of for Maryland. Oh, I want to go over some little things like my lease. A lot of people had questions. Well, your lease. Why didn't you have this in your lease? My lease is actually, I believe it's an 8-page document. It's anywhere between 8 to 12 pages. I have a very thorough lease. So I do want to go over that, because I know that there's also a lot of people who are landlords, who are small landlords, or who are potential landlords who have started following this journey. So I want to give you more of those nuggets. And guys, this is a very interactive community. If there's anything that you would like me to make a video about, drop it in the comments and I will write it in my list of possible potential future videos, and we will do that. We'll have a conversation in the form of a video, okay? So outside of that, what I do know is that that's pretty much all that a lot of you know about me. So in this video right here, I want to introduce myself and tell you a few things about me that we're just coming up with off the top of my head. So first of all, you know my name because it's in the channel, Tinesha Davis, and I live in Northern Virginia in the DC metropolitan area. I've been living in this area ever since 1998, y'all. The military brought me to this area. I was stationed at the Pentagon when I first got here. Being stationed at the Pentagon, I was in the Pentagon on 9/11, and I actually have a video about that, and I was actually interviewed by BET the very next day because I had to go back to work. So I would say, being here since 1998, I lived all around this area, mainly Virginia. I lived in a lot of places in Virginia, and then I had a endeavor with Maryland, and that's the endeavor that you guys are seeing with that property in Maryland. I've actually owned, fun fact or small fact or little known fact, I've actually owned 2 properties in Maryland, guys. This is, oh good gracious, y'all. One of my second properties I actually purchased with a boyfriend. Y'all don't see that property because that relationship did not work out, and the property ended up going into foreclosure. It was one of those things where we were together. He really didn't have credit under his name. I already had my house in my name. So we was like, oh, we'll buy a second property and we'll put this property in your name and I will finance the property. So I put the money down on the property, but the loan was in his name. And then we broke up and he decided not to try to fight for the property, not to try to do anything with the property. He didn't want to try to sell it. He didn't want to try to rent it. He just wanted to walk away. And that's what he did. And so that property went into foreclosure, which affected his credit. However, I did lose some money in that investment. I'm a risk taker. So now I'm back in Virginia, where I've been since 2009, in my home that I hope to pay off one day. So on this channel, we also have that journey. We have the journey of me working to send extra money to my mortgage so that one day I can live in a paid off home. I'm in a long distance relationship and this is him right now. Hey babe.
Hi, baby.
Oh, I'm making a video.
Huh?
I said I'm in the middle of making a video right now.
Oh, okay.
But look, I was just telling them because I'm introducing myself. So I was like, I'm in a long distance relationship with Jay, who actually lives in Miami, Florida. Baby, say hi to the people.
Good morning.
And babe, how you feeling?
I don't know. I just woke up, so I feel a little tired.
Okay, so y'all, Jay went and got his third boost. It's a booster shot, right? For the vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they're calling it? A booster shot? So yeah, so he got a booster shot. So his third shot, and it took him out. He got, after his first 2 shots, he didn't have any symptoms. He was good. I had symptoms after my second shot where I had like fever, shaking, trembling. And so now he had this third shot and he was going through it yesterday. So your fever was at 100.4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, me and Jay been together for 3 beautiful years. It'll be 3 years in November, Thanksgiving to be exact. We met on Thanksgiving Day, and that's the start of our beautiful relationship. So baby, isn't this the best relationship you've ever been in?
Yes, of course.
And y'all, we have a channel. We have a couples channel called Sitting in the Tree, and it's us exploring the world, exploring being in a long distance relationship, exploring our different cultures, because Jay is Puerto Rican and he comes from a very, 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 very Hispanic culture. And I am, y'all know what I am. But the thing about it is Jay didn't know anything. You really didn't know anything about the black culture, right? You knew music.
I know some things. I don't know everything.
I know, but you knew music. But you ain't know lift every voice and sing. Come on, baby, hit it. 1, 2, 3. Lift every voice and sing.
You funny. No, I didn't know that though. I definitely didn't know that.
He didn't even know it existed. He was like, I said, babe, I gotta teach you the Negro National Anthem. And he's like, is it as nice as the American one? I have one child, a son, Andre. He is 28. Jay has one daughter, G. She is 13. No, she's not 13.
She's gonna be 14 in January.
Wait, is she 13?
Yes, ma'am.
Why I can't? I guess.
Yeah, you better learn your stepdaughter's age.
First of all, I'm like, is Andre 28? It ain't even that. It's just the fact that I keep wanting her to be 12 so I can just really take away all her rights.
She's gonna be 14.
I ain't got time for this. Because G already want acrylic nails. She be already wanting all the things. And I like to be like, you are 12. Remember last time I think I ran that line of her, she was 12. Right? My lines are being taken away. Exactly. She's getting older and older. I met G, she was 10. All right, baby. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right. I'll finish up here with my peoples. Oh, so
Okay.
go check us out over there. Subscribe, watch our wonderful videos if you like. But yeah. All right, baby. What else about me? Oh, I am an IT professional. So what do I do for a living? And what did I do when I was here, when I was in the military? I was in the IT field. And I say fields because just like how I lived pretty much all over this Northern Virginia, DC metropolitan area, same thing with IT. I practically did a little bit of this, a little bit of that in IT. It's so broad that I always tell people, get your foot in the door with whatever and then figure it out, because there's going to be some things that you really take a liking toward, and then there's going to be some things where you're like, eh. And what I learned about me is I take a liking toward money. Whatever they want me to do that pays what I want to be paid, I'll do it. I don't care what it is as far as the IT field goes. And so right now I am a computer software test engineer. And this means that a developer will develop code that's supposed to do a specific thing, and I'm the girl who goes in and does quality assurance checks behind the code. Is the code doing what it's supposed to do? 1, is it meeting customer expectation and requirements? 2, 3, is it buggy? Is there anything are there bugs? Are there vulnerabilities? Are there glitches? Is there ways to hack into this code? I am debt-free. That is very important to me, and is very important on my channel. So we talk about living a debt-free lifestyle. We talk about being mindful of our money and living our lives by a budget. To me, a budget isn't about what you make. It isn't. Some people say, well, you make all this money, why are you on a budget? To me, everybody should operate from a budget. All great businesses have budgets and line items and expenses, and they track those things. So I feel like since we're running the business of our lives, we should do the same. And so my channel is a channel that I try to highlight the importance of that, and how it comes in clutch in life. Because as y'all know, I went through this entire eviction journey, and I went through this entire journey where a tenant wasn't paying rent, and guess what? I wasn't thrown off course because I have a budget and I save up for these just in case moments. Okay? Some people say, well, you make really good money. Of course, that's easy for you. Not true. I know people who make more than I make. I know people who make what I make, and they're not in the same financial situation. Money is not about what you make, or your life, or what you can do in life. Is not about what you make. It's about what you do with what you make, how you manage it. Okay. I really got into finances very young, because as a young person, we struggled. We lived a struggle life, not just us, but our entire community. I lived in communities with low income statuses, like just about everybody in our schools had free or reduced lunch, that sort of thing. So it wasn't just my family, it was the families surrounding us. We were all in the same struggle together. And back then, I used to just really watch what people did with their money. I used to always feel like if you saved $1 rather than getting $1 and go somewhere to spend $1, if you save that dollar can one day save you. I always believed that. I had great examples in my life, like my grandparents. They were the opposite of me, simply because when I would go to my grandparents' home, if there was no bread in the home, my grandfather would simply go to the grocery store and buy bread. That was huge to me, simply because in my home with my mom and my dad, if we ran out of bread, we were just out of bread. There was no more money for bread. And so I took a lot of those things into my adult life about keeping money, saving money, and letting money save me when needed. I really took that to heart, and that is why I felt so passionately in love with the YouTube finance and budgeting community, and debt-free community, and financial independence, retire early community. Really into all things money. With that being said, the October budget, I made a budget and I titled it No Rental Income for the Month of October. And somebody made a comment and they said, well, you haven't been getting rental income for over a year, as if the title was clickbaity. And I can see how somebody will come to that assumption, because a lot of you don't know me and you don't know what we do around here. But here's the thing. That title was not clickbaity at all. I just didn't explain it well in the video because the lights were out and I had this whole drama in my imagination going on at the time, y'all. Here's the thing. I make income in several ways. As a matter of fact, I'm a fan of making things make income. Like, for instance, when I bought this car, this Tesla, I had the idea that I was going to do Uber. Realized I didn't have enough time in my life to really do all of that, so I never did implement that. But that was going to be the plan. So with my house, I do the same thing. My house, because there's a bill associated, my house has to make money. We make money in the form of what some people call house hacking. All that really means is that you rent out bedrooms in your home. I rent out 3 bedrooms in my home. When my son lived there, he paid rent too, so that was 4 bedrooms in my home that I rented out. So then it got reduced to 3 bedrooms. I never did rent out my son's original bedroom. I made that into an office instead. And so we got 3 bedrooms. I only rent out to student interns. I have videos about this because I don't want to have long-term renters in the property that I live in. And what I love about student interns is they come, they're used to being either in a dorm or with their parents. So therefore they're very malleable. They're very, you can give them rules and they'll follow the rules and it's all good. And because they're interns, there's a reporting system. Like if anything ever goes crazy or, but I've never had that issue and I've been doing this for eons. And then they go back to school. So it's short term. So when I made that video, yes, October is the first month with no rental income. That's because school starts back up in August/September. So therefore all of my student interns are not in the home anymore. And as y'all know, with the Maryland property, we got our last rent check in July 1st. So somebody said, oh, you haven't been receiving rent for over a year. Not true. I was receiving Section 8 rent, Section 8 income, up until July. So that video is very true when I say in October, there's no rental income. But what I really wanted to highlight in that video, which I did not highlight, but what I really wanted to highlight was the blessing in that, because that video for the month of October, at the time of the video, I said $18,000 I would be bringing in, and this is after taxes. And what a freaking blessing, because none of that includes a drop of rental income. There was a point where I thought, in order to pull numbers like that, I would have to have rental income. In the past, whenever I pulled numbers like that, it was because of rental income, right? For this to not be no rental income whatsoever says, yo, we can be blessed even through this. That you don't have to hold on to things that are not serving you just because you may think you need the money. You probably don't. You probably don't if you just open up and allow the universe to step in, allow God to step in and show you his favor and his mercy. And so that right there, guys, very, very exciting to me. Also, to give you guys a little update, I said 18,000, but guess what? I made the video, remember, in that one video, and I said, oh, my insurance is going to pay the rent. Well, guys, they paid the rent, and the rent was deposited into my bank account recently. And so now, for the month of October, my income is not 18,000. Now, for the month of October, I do have some rental income in the form of my insurance paying the rent, 4 months of rent up front. So I am now at $25,000 for the month of October. I'm Tinesha. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining the family. I hope you find a home here. I hope this content meets your expectations. If you have anything else, any other questions you would like for me to answer, leave them in the comments below. And I will see y'all in the next video.